everybody, it's Material Girl 338. I'm making a shrimp scampi and I'm going to show you my recipe. So what I'm doing right now is I'm heating up some olive oil in a pan. Now I bought about 1.5 pounds of shrimp, but I'm not going to use the 1.5 pounds because it's too much. It's only for me and my husband. Fresh shrimp. I took off the shell, and you want shrimp that's got the shell on it. Right now, what I'm going to do is let me show you the ingredients. So the shrimp, the shell, take the shell off, fresh parsley, a sprig of thyme. These are 2 small shallots. This is about 8 garlic cloves. Some red pepper, white wine, and unsalted butter, and I use good butter. This is Kerrygold. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm heating up the oil. Just got to get it a little bit hotter than what's in the pan, and I'll put the recipe below. So I'm going to add the shells into here, and then when it turns orange, I'm going to add 1 cup of white wine. Okay? I don't know if it's hot yet, so in a separate pot on the other side of the stove, I have water boiling for my pasta because you serve this over linguine. Salted water. Right, so the oil is hot. I'm adding the shells. And these have got to turn orange. Gotta put these on high. And have your pot of boiling water ready, because then later on you're going to add the pasta. And so these are getting very orangey. I'm going to put the sprig in there. Let that cook. And I needed about 1 cup of white wine ready, but I didn't. So I'm doing it now. And I know you think it's a lot of wine, but it's not, because it's going to evaporate. And if you could smell it, it smells delicious right now. So now I'm going to turn off the heat because I don't want the wine. Okay, I'm going to turn back the heat. I'm going to bring it to a little boil. And then I'm going to take that out. I'm going to let this cook for about 5 minutes. Then what I'm going to do is, I'm wanting to cover it, but I can't find my cover. Let this cook, let this come to a boil, and then if this comes to a boil, I'll show you what I do next. Alright, so guys, what I'm doing is I cook the shells in a tablespoon of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And then I added a sprig of thyme into it. And then 1 cup of wine. And this is what it's doing, is it's making the stock, okay? It's going to give it flavor. So I want to down the wine flavor. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain this and just only have the stock, okay? And then I'll show you the next part. Okay, everybody, this is the second step. I made the stock. I strained the shells, and now I have the stock, and I have it set aside. I heated up some extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to saute, and 1 tab of butter, and I'm going to saute my garlic and my shallots. Okay? And then this is going to cook on high. I'm going to add some black pepper. No salt because the shrimps are salted. And in the separate pot, I'm heating up the pasta. I'm making the linguine. Okay. I'm trying to do 2 things at once. I'm trying to stir the pasta. You could add some pepper, some hot pepper. I'm just going to add a little bit because I don't like too much hot pepper. Stir this. This has got to get nice and sauteed. Put some fresh parsley in there. And then I'm going to cook my shrimp. Okay, so I have to wait for this to cook down a little bit. I mean, just, I don't want it burnt. I don't want it cooked. The garlic has to give it the garlic flavor. Okay, and I'll show you in a couple seconds, the next step. This is the garlic is getting, and the shallots are getting nice and cooked. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my shrimp. I'm going to cook the shrimp. I have them on a paper towel because you don't want to add wet shrimp to the dish. I'm going to put the shrimp in it. And if you've cooked shrimp before, it takes very quick. It's very quick. So raise my heat a little bit. After the shrimp turn orange, I'm going to put the stock back into it. And then I have a little bit of cornstarch mixed with a little bit of wine. You could add lemon and the cornstarch. Some people can't handle the lemon, like my husband. So I put, lemon doesn't bother me, so I put it on afterwards. Shrimp are turning, you don't want to overcook them because then they get very tiny. Okay? And then put the stock in it. and then I'm going to turn off the heat, and I'm going to take the shrimp out. Because the shrimp will cook down to nothing, and you don't want that. Meanwhile, I have my pasta cooking. Okay, and once I did this, set them aside, put the heat back on, and you're going to add the cornstarch and the wine. Let's see how my shrimp are doing. I mean, my spaghetti is doing, because I think it's done. And this you want to pasta's done. Now I'm going to add my, I'm going to shut the heat off. I'm going to add the pasta to, whoa, I didn't realize that. Here's my scoop. Mind my hand. Guys, I'm sorry I have to work here. I don't have the camera set up. I'm scooping the linguine out of the pot and putting it into the scampi pot. Okay. All right. So this is done. Put the shrimp back. And then if you want, you could sprinkle it with some Pecorino Romano cheese, whatever your heart desires, whatever kind of topping you want. I put fresh parsley. And bon appetit.